all women do is use men. Karen, I'm single as shit. I've tried to use men and none of them are worth it, okay? None of them are usable. They do not have what I need, so why would I use something that is useless? Tell me that. I am not using men. I would if I could, but I can't.
The man who tolerates everything will usually become the most disrespected man in the relationship. A lot of men think being a good partner means being endlessly patient, forgiving, and understanding, and they believe that just because they keep giving chances and letting things slide, eventually their partner will respect and appreciate them, right? No, that's not how respect works. Respect is built on boundaries, and boundaries only matter when they're actually enforced. If somebody can raise their voice at you, dismiss you, ignore you, and cross the same line again and again and again without consequences, what message are you sending your partner? You're teaching them that that behavior is acceptable. What gets tolerated gets repeated, and over time, the dynamic starts to shift. Instead of seeing you as strong and grounded, they begin to see you as somebody who will just keep accepting anything just to keep the peace. And when somebody believes that there are no consequences for disrespect, guess what? The respect slowly starts to disappear. This is where many men get confused. They think being calm, patient, and understanding means tolerating everything. But I'm sorry, it doesn't. Being a good man does not mean allowing yourself to be walked all over like a doormat. Healthy relationships require accountability on both sides. Sometimes the most respectful thing you can do for yourself and for the relationship is calmly say, you know what? That behavior is not acceptable, because when a man tolerates everything, he slowly teaches people how little that they need to respect him. And that is not okay. But when a man has clear standards and boundaries, he teaches people how to treat him, and they do it. And the truth is, people respect the man who respects himself. Simple.
And y'all are 3 baby daddies deep. You got 3 baby daddies talking about I want to do with 6 figures. He not looking for that. I got the pick of the litter.
Yeah, for sure.
Why would I even... You got 3 baby daddies. Lamont, DeAndre, Quantavious. What are we doing? What are we doing? So
when a man falls in love is a very important conversation, and I'm glad that we're having it. However, the girls are being a little disingenuous here, and I don't like that, because the men are saying that they were taught from a young age that love is conditional and that they have to become a man, a protector, a provider in order to be loved, and that they never thought that these women would just love them for being them. And there's a lot of women in the comment section saying, yes, I would, I do. However, if a successful man and a broke man had the same personality, morals, ethics, a lot of y'all are not choosing that broke man, and you know that. The data shows us that. So they do indeed need to become a little something in order to be loved to an extent. A lot of men know this, and most of them are okay with it, to be honest, even though it is hard. But y'all can't have this conversation about how men deserve to be loved too, while simultaneously having the conversation about how men don't have enough testosterone and they don't have Adam's apples and deep enough voices and they're not tall enough for you. So you all are keeping up the patriarchy. We are enforcing the fact that men have to become and achieve in order to receive love while women get to exist. We uphold that. Not them.
Let your boyfriend stop you from finding your husband. You're out here with your boyfriend, all posting him this, that, and the other. There's a guy that's willing to do 10 times more for you, but now you've cop-blocked yourself by putting your stupid boyfriend on your Instagram.
You know, somewhere along the way, submission became a bad word for a lot of these modern women. It's funny because it didn't become a bad word for them. Like, if they tell you, they ain't gonna say the word, but that's essentially what you're doing. Hey, could you know, I would like flowers, or I would like you to pay for this date or this dinner at this place, right? And I want you to buy me this type of bag. What you're doing is submitting to her will. What you're doing is complying. See how easy that was? Hey, can you stop and get this? All right. What my baby wants, my baby gets. Even though I might want to come home after work, I'm tired. Stop on the way home, buy her some flowers, and go into the house, because that's what you asked for. I wouldn't naturally do that, but I'm doing it because that's what you asked for. I'm submitting to, well, you should just do those things because you love me. Right. Exactly. I'm complying with you. Exactly. I'm complying with you, but it only seems to go one way. You want me to comply with what you want me to comply with. When it's something you say, I need to comply with it. I need to say, oh yeah, no problem, and do it happily. When you want me to take out the trash that I, quite frankly, didn't fill and overfill, all those boxes that I did not order, you want me to take them, not only you want me to take them out, you want me to break them down. But if I ask for a freaking sandwich, then all of a sudden it's a problem.
How scary is it that you can meet someone and have no idea that that is someone's like piece of ex or someone's narcissistic ex, the ex that like cheated on them consistently, or you are dating the guy at his school who's like known for being a piece of cheater, or the guy who like has DL allegations or something, and it's like you have no idea. And like as you're sending him to your group chat being like, oh, like I just met this guy, he's so cute, someone sending your picture in their group chat going, oh, this poor girl, she has no idea.
So the other day I'm talking to my brother and he's like, I'm broke this month. And I'm sitting there looking at him like, how? You don't buy skincare, you don't buy makeup, you don't buy outfits, you literally wear the same hoodie every day like it's a uniform. Meanwhile, I'm out here budgeting for serums, foundation, lashes, hair appointments, a cute outfit for every event, and somehow I'm the one who's supposed to be broke, or not be broke. It honestly made me so curious that I was like, I genuinely want to see a man's per diem for 1 week, just like a little sneak peek, because clearly they're spending money on something. I just can't figure out what.
If a man asks you, what do you bring to the table? The infamous question. Ask him, what are you lacking that you need me to provide?
It could be in the next couple of years, these are the roles that are elevated the most, and that plumbers regularly earn more than lawyers.
What are the occupations that you genuinely believe won't exist 5 years from now?
All of them. All occupations won't exist 5 years from now as we know them.
People say lawyers are going to be disrupted.
Well, I recently had a legal case that I had to resolve, and it was going to cost us £50,000, so $60,000, as a start the process with a law firm. We took matters into our own hands and we used Claude, and we actually fixed the process and resolved the process by spending $20 a month. And Claude gave us a coaching session on how to handle it, gave us multiple decision tree pathways, gave us the documents that we would need, gave us an Excel spreadsheet of do say this, don't say this in the negotiation. And it made me realize, my goodness, what a lawyer's going to do, because if all they do is charge for time for money to regurgitate contracts, I don't believe we're going to need these business models as they currently stand. I think they're going to have to change and adapt. I think a lawyer needs to take a completely different shape. Part business coach, part lawyer, part prompt engineer. They're going to be the key person of AI in the room, who the lawyer's job will be to work with you on your AI prompting and help you get the resolution. You're probably going to need a lot less of a lawyer's time. In the last 100 years, lawyers have had a very, very stable role in society and a very professional role in society. But unfortunately, things do change. The nature of the economy is changing. We've seen people who work with their hands and people who turn up to your house and fix your house in a devalued role. And it could be in the next, couple of years, these are the roles that are elevated the most, and that plumbers regularly earn more than lawyers, simply because the nature of the economy has changed. One thing I've learned over the last 25 years is the pendulum swings. Very few things stay the same. There is always this swinging pendulum, and the swinging pendulum is like, oh yeah, white collar work behind a screen is the high value thing. Oh no, it's actually blue collar work with your hands. You talked about supply and demand. We now don't have many plumbers and electricians, and the blue ocean is now being a tradesperson.
So one time I was on a date with a man and I was like, oh, I'm really hungry. And he was like, oh, I'm not hungry. No follow-up, strike one. And then he was like, what are you craving? And I was like, you know what? I'm really craving French fries right now. Like, I don't want a big meal, just a snack. And French fries sound really good. And he goes, well, I think you need to eat healthy. Any one of my girlfriends would have driven me straight there, bought me the biggest size, and paid for it herself. Genuinely, how do you fumble the bag that bad? And the audacity to tell the girl that you like that she needs to eat healthy. Are you calling me fat?
And here's one of the things that's changed in modern dating a lot, is that, men don't really argue anymore. A lot of times men used to go back and forth, and on occasion, really argue anymore. You know, a lot of times men used to go back and forth, and on occasion, you might still see that, right? You know, trying to prove a point, trying to get you to understand and all that stuff. But now men just leave. They just leave. They just leave. Oh, you want to act stupid? All right. They don't say anything. Don't try to explain, just disappear. And women are confused by that. I'm used to a man, you know, sitting up here, you know, going back and forth with me and my foolishness. Used to fighting with a man. Nope, not gonna be doing that. A lot of men figured out, you know, sometimes, you know, just best not to argue. Silence is the best option.
I think the biggest heartbreak with straight women dating men these days is the realization that a lot of men are just trying to get something from you rather than get to know you. Look at the phenomenon with guys complaining that a girl won't go home with them after paying for the first date dinner. Do you really think he was there because he loves her personality? He's actually looking for a genuine partner and connection. This happened to me the other day. I went on a date with a guy. First date was a coffee date and it went well. He seemed interesting. He was polite, paid for coffee, you know, didn't make me feel weird or any type of way. Second date, not quite the same. Number one, after the first date, we exchanged Instagrams, and then the second date, we go to dinner, and then he brings up, oh, I was looking at your Instagram and I saw the photo of you in a Chun-Li costume, which I wore for Halloween like 4 years ago. Actually, by now, probably more than that. And he said, oh, I didn't know you were one of those girls. What the f*** are you talking about? It was Halloween 5 years ago. And I think most women will probably see how that is insulting. It's derogatory. It's projecting that individual's fantasy onto you, me. But guys would be like, oh, it's flattering, you know, like, doesn't it show, like, I'm interested, I think you're hot? Do you really think girls are out here dating because they want someone who finds them hot? That's it. I kind of just, like, laughed it off because I was just like, okay, what do I say to that? Like, that's not something I was expecting after the first date. But then he doubled down, so after I got home, he messaged me saying, like, oh, I should have told you more that you were so hot tonight. Number one, of all the adjectives you could use, hot is what you choose. This is why the girls love books, right? We like a nuanced vocabulary. We like being complimented on things that are not superficial. And it makes me feel dirty, right? And that's the part that I hate the most, because, like, they're not seeing you as an individual. They are seeing you as an object. And unfortunately, a lot of guys are getting pretty good at faking it for a while, showing just enough interest until they can get what they want from you. Which is why the advice, oh, pick better. What do you think we're trying to do? I can't deduce if someone's lying to me with only talking to them for X amount of time. Intentions are usually not spoken. If anything, it's better in this case when the guy makes it super obvious, because I'm like, okay, next, bye. But just dealing with that again and again and again. Why can't they just see women like people?
There are no good men anymore. But let's really think about that for a second. Look at the men our mothers and grandmothers married. I'm just going to have to say this out loud, because the more I talk about being single and happy, the more I see people saying dating is terrible now, men don't want a commitment, dating apps make it easier for men to ghost, they are emotionally immature, unavailable, there are no good men anymore, and on and on. And I get it, but let's really think about that for a second. Look at the men our mothers and grandmothers married. A lot of them, not all of them, okay? Don't come for me. The majority were controlling, emotionally unavailable, cheaters, liars, manipulators, narcissists, drunks, and got married anyway. Shoot, most of you are still married to them, living unhappily ever after, or divorced from them by now. Thank you, Jesus. So is dating really worse now? Or are we just seeing the truth earlier? Because now, these dudes are showing you exactly who they are, whether from an app or in person, and they are doing it before you commit to something long-term or even marry them. So instead of seeing that as a problem, I see that as a blessing, because what is the alternative? Honestly,
that you ignore the red flags, that you rush into a relationship, you waste years on them, as we love to put it, or worse, you marry someone just to not be alone or because it's what is next or what is expected, like our mothers did. And now you're stuck in something that sucks the life right out of you. So no, I don't see this. There are no good men left. Has dating as we know it changed? 100%, starting with the dating apps. But I see it as you have more awareness around it. They are showing you exactly who they are very early on and basically who they've been. And you have more choice now. And you have all the power to walk away and avoid being miserable. So instead of stressing out about how bad it is out there, if you're single, use this time to build a life you actually love where you are choosing yourself. And if you want to go date, but go do it with your standards set high, set your boundaries far and wide so you can weed out the bad ones. There's good ones out there, I'm sure of it. You just got to be more selective and stop crying about the ones who ghosted you.
This is the sign of being used. If you ever feel like you're in a situation where you're being use this sign for.
Modern women think that they can have it all. It's an illusion and delusion that has been pushed for the last 50 years. Women that were wives and mothers in the 50s and 60s and 70s taught their young daughters to go get some degree that is too expensive in a world of men to try to carve out a life for themselves. Even TV shows like Sex and the City showed all of the women with these fly-high careers pushed off getting married and having a family until later on in life. A small percentage of these women attain the financial success that they work for, be it on their own or with a successful husband. Most of these women are so ingrained in the identity of their careers that they cannot give it up when they become mothers. This usually means that when they have kids, they end up hiring nannies to take care of them. 12% of parents with children under the age of 3 hire nannies for full or part-time services in the United States. 9% of parents with children ages 3 to 5 hire nannies, and only 3.3% of high-earning Americans employ a nanny. So what are the risks of letting a nanny raise your children? The child grows accustomed to the company of the nanny over the mother. Jealousy and resentment from the mother to the nanny, especially first-time mothers. And children are normally better behaved in the day, and they get tired and cranky at night, leaving the mother with nothing but the difficult time with the child. Now, I'm not saying that nannies are a bad thing. If a family has the resources to hire a nanny, they should consider it as an option. Everything has its pros and cons, positives and negatives, ups and downs. There is a downside to having nannies raise your kids. Nannies are okay as long as they aren't the primary caretaker. The problem is if you rotate strangers in and out of a child's life that are the primary caretaker. So all of these boss women that are denying their natural urge to go care for children and focus on their career are risking harming their children by leaving them alone to be raised by a nanny that can come and go at will and essentially is a stranger.
Darius, why'd you end up popping your balloon? I have to agree with Sade over there. What compelled you to talk about assets? Like, are you a male gigolo or something?
No, I talked about assets because I own a business in California, like I said before, and
What is that business?
I own a restoration with furniture business in California, and I make over $200,000 a year with that. So if I bring a girl in with me, she has to be able to, and if I have $100, she has to be able to make 125, 150, and not bring it down to 75 or 50. Asset, not liability. That's what I mean by that.
So what about if the girl doesn't have any money, but she actually really loves you?
Man, shut that up right now, bro. What is that going to do for that man?
You know, a lot of these modern women want to talk about what makes a high value man. They want to, oh, well, you know, a high value man or a man in general should do this. You should have that. You know, but when you look at it, a true high value man isn't really worried about any of the stuff that these modern women are talking about. Like at all, right? A lot of these guys are out here living their life. I mean, I know just because he don't got the money that you think that he should have, he all of a sudden ain't high value to you. But a lot of these brothers ain't really worried about what these women think anymore. A lot of brothers are focused on living life, focused on doing their own thing. That's really, honestly and truly the best way to be. Stop worrying about all of these chicken-headed women that really don't have anything to offer you.
And men love it when you're mean to them. They absolutely love it. They love when you're mean to them. I remember when I first met my husband and we started dating, I was mean to that man. I was mean to that man. Now what do I mean? being mean. I was so brutally honest with that man about everything and anything that I felt. If something was not sitting right with me, I told him. If something was on my mind, I told him. And here's the thing, he did not have an issue with adhering to my boundaries, or I told him. And here's the thing, he did not have an issue with adhering to my boundaries or my thoughts and my feelings, because it was a two-way street. He would tell me and I would tell him. It was just like open dialogue. We were on the same page. Like we saw each other. And the reason why I say I was being mean is because whenever a woman presents like a boundary or holds up a boundary or is assertive, it's like, oh my God, she's being mean, she's being aggressive. Blah. There's always a guy with a backwards cap on and a receding hairline who has something to say about women. Whenever we're just like, hey, this doesn't work for me, I don't like it, this is my boundary. You can either adhere to it or not. That's totally your prerogative, but I'm gonna do what I need to do if you're not leaning with it, because I'm not rocking with it. Do you understand what I mean? Do you understand what I mean? And quite truthfully, men love when you show a little teeth. Just a little, you know what I mean? Was that too much? Also, when my daughter starts dating, this is exactly the advice I'm gonna be giving her. Be mean to that man. Be mean, brutal to that man.
$200 million, but your girlfriend has to not complain for 24 hours straight.
Why can't it be like an hour?
No, Nani, I feel like you are enabling men being perverts.
No, if I was gonna say that.
But why can't I go out with my cleavage and be...
What's a pervert?
And someone makes you uncomfortable for being sexy.
Mama, your cleavage is out because it's cute. You like how it looks, right?
Yes.
You'd like for it to be appreciated, right?
No. I already appreciated it at home.
Yeah.
Before I left home.
Okay, then fine.
I don't need
appreciate
to be
it at
told
home.
by a man.
Appreciate it at home and cover it up then. Because we're going to appreciate it.
No, because I want to wear this top, Nani, today. I want to wear this top today.
Okay, well, that's delusion, Mama. It sounds like delusion to me.
No, Nani, I feel like you are enabling.
Every glamorous and beautiful thing that is shown out on purpose is meant to be seen.
Don't you feel like a high-value man, yes, will look at the cleavage, but he's not going to make you feel uncomfortable? Etiquette.
Okay, baby, let's be honest.
I think you are excusing men from having etiquette.
Lisa, there's a thin line. Lisa, there's a thin line between flirting and harassment. If a man sits across me and he's hot and he has money and he looks at my cleavage, we're flirting.
That's a date.
If a man is ugly, no. Anyway, we're sitting here, we're having drinks. Listen, Mama. Listen, Mama. We're just here having drinks.
Okay. All right. I don't want to offend, but I'm going to tell you the truth anyway. The more you do for a woman, the less she will respect you, especially for those of you who are in the friend zone. You are not getting out of the friend zone. I'm sorry. Because she just sees you as that, just a friend. You're a sucker to her. Sorry. You're there for her whenever she needs you. You show up. You answer the phone. You respond to all her texts. You give her money when she needs it. You give her money when she needs it. You take her out when the guy she really wants doesn't answer her texts or calls. And of course you're paying, and she would never offer to pay because she doesn't want you. She will not ever pick you. She wants the guy who's paying her no attention whatsoever. She wants that guy to change and do all of the things that you're doing for her. And no, I know this doesn't make any sense. I cannot make this make sense for you. This is just one of the many delusions of women. I'm so sorry, but I'm going to tell you, this is what it is. If you're in the friend zone, remove yourself from the friend zone because you're not ever getting out. Ever.
This is just a gentle reminder for all my single ladies out there who are like, why does everyone seem to be dating someone except me? Remember that guy you went on a date with? It was like kind of a mediocre date, but you're like, he's cute, I'll keep talking to him, even though it's like some weird stuff on the date. So you start texting for a little bit, but after a while I start to realize like he's not really putting in any effort. Like I'm the only one initiating any plans, and he's just like really bad at texting back, and he's also not really that interesting. So what the am I doing? Let me get out of here. I'm done talking to this guy. Well, they kept talking to him. So hang in there, we're doing fine.
So because of condoms and the birth control pill, women were able to attain a kind of freedom, and also economically. They started to make more money. They didn't need to depend on men. They could enjoy for sake. So what happened to the price of sex? Well, in 1950, the price of sex was 6 months of courtship, that's the average time from meeting till marriage, and a date at an altar. That's what men had to do to obtain. By 1980, we had something called the 3-date rule. If he paid for 3 expensive dates, then it was safe to have sex with him. Today, the price of sex has dropped to the barrel bottom price of one with him. Today, the price of sex has dropped to the barrel bottom price of one sometimes not well-worded text.
Here's where she's wrong. The price has gone up, not in terms of effort, but definitely in terms of men who qualify for it. I'm going to keep it real with you. Back in the day, your average woman was not asking for a 6-foot-tall, successful man with a great jawline. But that's what many women are asking for now, and most men are not that. Now look, you can want what you want, but unless you have these 3 things as a woman, you are not going to get that man for a relationship. For sex, yes. For a relationship, no. Here are the 3 things that you need. Number 1, you must be as attractive as him, if not more attractive than him. Ladies, the same way you want a man on your level or above in terms of economic successful level, men want a woman on his level of attractiveness or above. You're hypergamous in that way, he's hypergamous in this way. Number 2, you must add value to his life outside the bedroom. Having a successful career doesn't count. If he's successful, he doesn't care how successful or not you are. You could work at McDonald's, he would still take you. It's other things that makes him see value in you for a relationship. And number 3, you must have a standard and be willing to walk away once you've added value. Commitment doesn't just happen randomly. You have to make him make a decision. Being in a relationship is intentional. Now, if you want this kind of quality man, but you don't know where to start with these things, comment value below and I'll help you start it on the right track.
Attraction feels different when you're operating from wounded energy. When you're unhealed, attraction is based on ego desires. You're drawn to the looks, the height, the money, the style, and the status. It's not even about them. It's about what having them would say about you. If I'm with someone like that, people will be jealous. If I can get with someone like that, I must be valuable. That's ego attraction. And then you start healing and something wild happens. You stop looking at what they have and you start asking who they are. You don't confuse butterflies with chemistry. You don't confuse chaos with passion. And you don't confuse intensity with depth. You realize that anxious excitement, that's wounded energy being activated. And instead of asking, are they hot? You start asking, are they aligned with who I'm becoming? Dating shifts. It's no longer about filling space. It's no longer about validation. It's no longer about building that power couple image. You don't feel the urge to entertain someone just because they look good on paper, because if the soul connection isn't there, what's the point? It's not bitterness, it's not avoidance, it's discernment. The deeper you go into your healing, the less physical appearance controls you, and the more you trust your intuition. Real alignment feels calm, grounded, clear, not chaotic, not obsessive, and not ego-driven. And once you feel that difference, you can't unsee it.
If you don't come from a town that has at least 250,000 people in it, you ain't got no game for me. 9 times out of 10, you done recycle the same that your cousins, your uncles, and your homeboys that mess with. Man, don't listen to like that, man. You ain't got no game for me, man. You got a scarcity mindset. You value the bottom scum bum at the bottom of the motherfucking barrel. As long as the like you, you happy about it. No, we don't want, no. Don't listen to like that. We gotta stop listening to those type of. Now, if you left that little small town and you went and got some game about yourself, cool. But if these that come from these little towns, these are not the you want to get the game from.
This is a huge mistake that people make in their marriages. You fight with your spouse, then you go to your sister about it, and then your sister hates your spouse. You know,
we don't do that. We don't do that. It's a betrayal. It's what's called triangulation. Just bringing a third party into any intimate relationship, whether that's through conversation or through an actual, romantic affair or something like that. Unless it's a neutral third party, coach, therapist, anybody else that has no skin in the game, no sides to take, don't talk about your relationship. And people say, well, you need to vent. You need to be able. No, you don't. Venting is really bad for the brain. Complaining is a character character flaw. Either do the work to decide to fix it, go get some help, go get the resources out there, or stop.
Venting doesn't help the brain.
It doesn't.
And
it reinforces negativity. It reinforces cortisol. It reinforces adrenaline. All of the stress response, you're magnifying it. Your thoughts speak to your nervous system. What you speak out of your mouth speaks to your nervous system. So when you're just venting all the time, there's plenty of science out there that were actually showing it makes people worse.
Should I text my husband's best friend pretending to be him? Should I text my husband's best friend pretending to be him to see if they're sleeping together?
Uh-oh. What?
My husband has a female best friend from college. We never had issues until my wedding a month ago. My maid of honor overheard her snapping at another friend of theirs saying she's with him when she wants him, when the friend teased her about my husband being the one that got away.
What?
I told my husband about it a couple days ago. I didn't want to ruin our honeymoon, but it was still on my head. He denied ever having a romantic relationship with her. He was very calm when he said it, almost too calm. Anyways, I have no proof and I trust my man. Until I used his phone when my phone had. He was driving and I was making a playlist. Then I went and looked in the text messages. And guess what? When I clicked on the text thread, nothing was there.
Oh, wow.
I know for a fact that they text each other. Why are all the messages missing? I didn't say anything last night, but I literally just saw her name pop up. When he went to bed, I looked and there were no texts. He's deleting them.
Yeah.
Now my question is, if I ask him, he'll deny it. I need to know and I need proof. Would I be wrong if I initiated a conversation with her, acting like I was my husband, to see what's up? I need proof and peace of mind.
Hey. Yeah, he tripping. He tripping. She opened the phone and the text messages ain't there.
But like the name is there.
The name is there?
But when you click on the name, there's nothing in the thread.
No thread.
Because in iPhones, you can individually delete a particular message. You don't have to delete the whole thread.
Thought he might have just deleted the whole thing.
No, the name is there, but there's nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Empty thread.
Yeah, that's hectic. Yeah, you're buddy.
Well, should she text the girl from his phone?
No, I don't know.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm just not doing that as a married woman. As a girlfriend,
yeah.
Way back, we met at 19. So when I think about being a girlfriend, I'm really thinking about being really young and immature. But I don't know what stage in life they met. But in my mind, if I was a girlfriend and I'm a little teeny bopper, there probably is some immature stuff I would have did. I would have damn sure text her. But as a wife, number one, I ain't looking in no phone. And I'm not going to go find nothing. So now, as a wife, I wouldn't do it.
I feel you on that.
But I also didn't overhear nothing crazy like that from my wedding day.
That was a big game changer. Right?
Talk about I have him anytime I want him.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
That would make me quite suspicious.
True.
And they newly married.
Right.
This is what happened at the wedding.
Right?
I don't know.
That was his best friend? Oh, that's hilarious. That's not really that funny, but it's hilarious.
I do want to give her some allowance for the fact that she heard something crazy like that at her wedding.
Yeah, no, that's
we gonna give her a little pass for looking. We gonna give her a little pass for looking. But then again, I mean, this is kind of wild. Yeah, girl, go ahead and text her.
Oh my gosh.
You already searching the phone. You already like knee deep in.
Yeah.
It's like, don't back now. Go ahead.
Oh my
Full steam ahead.
That's a crazy comment.
She's gonna keep looking through the phone. So since we already established that you was a phone looker, then go ahead.
Not a phone.
Get what you looking for.
Yeah.
I hope you're ready for what you gonna find.
I mean, it is what it is.
Just be ready for what you gonna find, because you know she didn't find it if she texts her. Well, guess what, guys?
What?
We have an update.
Oh, wow. Okay. What did she do if they tell us?
Here's the update. I went through with it and got the shock of my life.
Oh, wow.
Girl, what she responded back? This update was so wild. Head on over to our YouTube channel. If you look at the top right corner of this thumbnail, it shows that it's episode 18. Grab your popcorn and enjoy.
You see a lot of these modern women talking about, oh, he won't commit. Oh man, he wants me to be a forever girlfriend. Is there anything that you've shown him that it's worth committing to? What are you out here doing? A lot of modern women like to go out there, shake their behind, just acting crazy in the club, just doing some weird stuff, spending their best years, messing around with Tom and Harry. Why would I want to commit to that? You've deemed yourself, you've put yourself in the position as recreational use.